And we are live. Good evening, everyone. Or should I say good afternoon, good morning, good night, depending on where you're tuning in from. My name is NS Sports TV, also known as Nippon, and welcome back to another episode of London Tonight. Today I am joined by Junior, who is filling in the white side of North London for regular panelist Queen Ellie from, I can't remember which channel she's from, but big up Ellie. And I'm also joined by Mike. This is his second time on the channel. How are you all doing?
Doing well, thanks. Big up for having me on as always, man. Hope everyone's doing well.
Yeah. Where shall we begin? West Ham had a draw with Fulham. Tottenham lost the derby. Chelsea beat Bournemouth we did not make it easy for ourselves. But that's what Chelsea do. They just complicate things so much. Anyway, let's start with Junior. We always start. We start with the losers usually. What went wrong? Tell me what went wrong.
What went right? No, we had a lot of ball position, but we did nothing with it. We just kept playing it backwards, sideways, nothing going forward, and our wingers aren't good enough to take people one-on-one. So they just...
Son looks out of his depth. I mean, there was a time I rated him as one of the best wingers in the Premier League. Out of all the Chelsea versus Tottenham previews I've had, whenever a Spurs fan asked me, which winger do you fear the most? I always said Son. I said I even fear him more than I feared Harry Kane. Big up yourself, Fahim.
He's getting older and he's losing his pace.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Jamie Vardy is nearing 40 and he's already scored 2 goals.
Yeah, but it's different for every late 30-year-old. I think with Son as well, when he can't play on the touchline anymore, where he has to just do everything 1v1 all the time. He just doesn't look like the same player. I don't know where it is, but I feel like it was starting to kick in last year as well. I feel like I started to see a little bit of signs of that last year.
Okay,
and I don't think you can put all the reliance on him anymore.
He's a year younger than Son, and he's smashing them in for Bayern Munich.
But he's not playing on the wing. That's my point. He hasn't. Son hasn't got the explosiveness, anymore that he used to have.
Oh, if I get it. It's easier for a striker.
Yeah.
But also, Son was known to have his pace, take on people 1v1, even take on 2-3 people, like that Burnley goal a few years back. While Kane was I get the ball and then just shoot it. And it seems like Son can't do that anymore.
I also hear that Rodrigo Bentancur has suffered another injury. I don't know how true that is.
Well, it won't matter because he's suspended by the FA anyway.
Yeah, for the allegations.
Yeah, well, it's true. So.
Well, I hope Enzo is going under investigation too. I mean, I hope he learns his lesson. Even though Son forgave him, I still think that wasn't enough. I hope he learns his lesson from receiving this 6-month punishment. And honestly, unless I don't want people calling me biased here, because Enzo needs a punishment too.
Yeah.
I don't care if the French players forgave him. That doesn't matter. Because if he doesn't get punished by the FA, he'll never learn.
Agreed.
Okay, that's my rant over. So,
No.
Mike,
I 100% agree.
a point gained or 2 points dropped?
Definitely 2 points dropped in my opinion. Just because like if the expectation that all our players and manager have said that is to get Europe, then we've got to get 3 points down eventually. And we're not beating the big teams. We're not necessarily beating the teams that are even we're meant to be competing with as well. So the fact that we've like drawn to Fulham, and we were quite lucky to get the draw. To be honest with you, it was just a smash and grab at the end. That means we'd have to win this weekend, in my opinion, because we've only won against Crystal Palace, and against you can understand it against Aston Villa and Man City, but against Fulham, I know they're a good team as well, and I'm not saying we have a divine right to beat anyone, but I expect a much better performance as well as a better result than that.
For sure. Do you think now that your backs are against the wall, do you think you'll show up against us?
Do you know what?
Another preview, which I'll talk to you about after we finish the stream.
Do you know what the thing is with that game is? I've talked to a lot of Chelsea fans, and it's like they're quite afraid of this fixture just because, like, you guys don't have a good record against us at our stadium. But I feel like this is where your record at our stadium kind of ends, in my opinion. Because as much as we usually turn up for West Ham, Chelsea at home, or against Tottenham, let's say in general, I just don't see it. Like due to the fact that the managers,
you turn up against.
yeah, honestly, and the manager selections though, like, doesn't give me any hope. Like, you had to only pick the team right once, and I was against Man City, and we actually played quite well against Man City. That was our best performance.
Come on, it's Man City. You eventually. Wait. Did you not? I don't know how long ago it was, but did you not beat them a few seasons ago? Oh,
no, we haven't beaten them in 10 years.
Oh, I'm thinking of another London team. Brentford, Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford beat them at their stadium. Yeah. It was the last game before the World Cup, that.
Yeah. So the Arsenal fan got back to me saying that his computer is currently gone for repairs. So he big up Manny though. It's Manny if you were guessing who. Yeah, big up Manny, and hope your computer gets fixed. Anyway, now I always save my game for last. Yeah, all I'm going to say is Nico Jackson cannot start another game of football. Look at how neither can Mudryk. I'm happy we won. I'm happy with the 3 points. But so help me God, we could have lost that game.
Didn't he just sign a new contract?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking about the wrong Chelsea player?
You know one thing. He'd better wake up, because if we sign Victor Osimhen in the summer, he's going straight to the bench. Not Victor Osimhen. Sorry, in January. If we go back for Victor Osimhen in January and we manage to sign him, Nico Jackson is going straight back to the bench.
Yeah, he has to, yeah.
I mean, do you really think Victor Osimhen's ego will allow him to be a bench player?
Probably not. Probably not.
He wasn't even willing to drop a penny in his wages, so that should tell you all you need to know.
For me, that was more his agent, because he dropped his agent so that because he was frustrated on the move not to move to Chelsea. That's why he moved his own move to Galatasaray.
He wanted the mullah. That's why he was asking for so many wages.
Yeah, because that's why he kicked off his agent, and he did move to Galatasaray himself with an intermediate. So I think it was more his agent looking for money, because obviously he was linked with PSG and Chelsea, and I think he was just really wanted to move to one of them clubs, but his agent stopped that. So. Sorry, I'm getting a call. Give me a sec.
So, Junior, are you confident going into the next 2 fixtures, or?
It's Brentford and Man U.
So your next 5 fixtures are
Brentford, Karabakh, Man U. I don't know the two others like after.
Okay. Tottenham. Right. Oh yeah, something I forgot about yesterday. How did you not manage to smash Coventry to pieces? Look what Man United did a few seasons ago. Sorry. Look what Man United did against Barnsley. That's how you should be beating lower league opposition.
We don't have the squad. That's the thing, especially in the attacking areas. Low key, I rather have the West Ham from the attackers right now than the Spurs attackers.
Fair enough. Yeah. I think overall we might have
Because
more goal scorers right now, but
you got Paqueta, who I love. Jared Bowen? I love him.
yeah,
Kudos.
yeah.
So your next 5 games are Tottenham or a London derby against Brentford at White Hart Lane. Sorry, I just refuse to call it the new because it's such a mouthful. And plus, it's actually closer to White Hart Lane than the old White Hart Lane Stadium. So Tottenham versus Brentford, and then you got Karabakh at home, Man United away. Ferran, I'm not going to butcher it, so I'm going to say you have a European away day, Brighton away, and West team at home. Are you confident going into any of those games?
We should win the European games. We should. And to be honest, Brentford, I already said it. I think it will be 2-2. Man U, we will, I don't know, maybe a draw. And then Brighton, I don't know, and West Ham. I think actually West Ham could smash us.
I don't think we're capable of smashing anyone right now, especially the way we're playing. So I think you'll be surprised.
The thing is because of our our
no offense, Julian.
high
You guys always find a way to embarrass yourselves. Saying that I thought Arsenal would beat you on because Arsenal had so many injuries in the derby. I actually thought you'd win.
The thing is for example, I'm just bringing up a scenario if because of our high defense line, if someone like Carlos Soler just play a long ball to Kudus, he could just pace away with it and just square it to, I don't know, Bowen or someone, and that's one day.
Yeah.
It's so easy to score against us right now.
Yeah, it could happen. Obviously, just from my perspective, I just expect us to play a lot better with the squad that we have. So I against Tottenham, I have no clue. I thought going into Tottenham away last season, you smash us. We ended up scrapping a win out of that, getting really lucky with the 2 goals we got last season. But you'd like to think that we'd at least compete with most teams in the Premier League with the squad that we have. I'm not expecting a straight away results or anything, but I'm expecting to see the best players start, and I'm not seeing that just yet. So I don't know what West Ham are going to turn up against Tottenham, even though we usually do turn up against Tottenham. But it's very hard to call right now.
Yeah, look, it's at the end of the day, it's a derby, and form goes out the window.
Yeah, for sure.
Same way I always go into derbies very cautiously. Anyway, outside of London, what are your thoughts on Man City potentially getting banished from football altogether.
I think it's too early to say, just because like I know the reporters are reporting what they're reporting, but they're kind of not saying anything new that we don't already know. Just because if they do get found guilty, we'll know they get punished. But I don't think anything's actually going to happen to them because of
You
how they
honestly
get out of
think
these
that they
situations.
get away scot-free?
They usually do. Remember when they got? Remember in the Champions League stuff where they could have got banned for 2 years out of the Champions League in lockdown. They got out of that as well. I know that people say 115 charges, but a lot of these charges aren't what people say it is.
Don't know. I think it's different this time. I think they'll get punished for at least some of them. Like maybe not all 115.
They won't
But
know.
look, what they deserve, minimum, and this is minimum, automatic relegation to the Championship, like Juve.
If they're guilty, then yeah.
If they're guilty, that's the minimum they deserve.
Yeah. If they're guilty. But my thing is...
So actually, I'm being too nice. Because they look, if they get into the Championship, they're coming straight back up.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's not going to be anything to them.
Basically, banishment into the National League is what they deserve, in my opinion.
If they get found guilty, then yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen. They'll get out of it.
Because they pay their bloody lawyers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think they'll get out of it. They always get out of it.
And there's only so much you get away with.
Palermo in
And
like
I think
a
they'll
few years.
eventually hit a dead end.
Palermo a few years back, they had some financial issues or something, and they got relegated, and then they needed to start all over. And now they're on their way back up, and I could see like Man City do that if they are allowed to keep the same players.
Yeah. I think a lot of players will stay. Like, for example, I know for a fact that Phil Foden will stay if they get relegated. I mean, because he's a local lad, and like he came through the academy and everything. I do not see him joining another club. I see him becoming your Mark Noble.
Yeah, yeah. Like, but that's the thing. Even if they did get relegated and Phil Foden was there, who would be able to afford him anyway? Even if they were interested, like not many people. Like, they'd still be on big contracts. Yeah, but would they go? Would they go in for him? I'm not saying that he's not good enough, but I'm just saying, would they?
He'd make this. Well, maybe not the starting 11. He'd definitely make their bench.
Oh yeah, I know that, but would they go for him? Like that's the thing. Would they throw all that money at him? Because they'd still charge a lot, even if they get relegated.
They throw a lot of. Florentino Perez throws a lot of money anyway.
Yeah, but they have a lot of players in attack and midfield, so.
Look at how much he spent on Aurelien Tchouameni. Look at how much he spent on. What's his name? I forgot. Jude Bellingham.
You know why they're still different though? Because like they was at Dortmund and Monaco. You know when you're still at Man City, even though they would get relegated, it's still Man City. They're still going to charge a lot. That's still it's going to be more than what Tchouameni cost.
Would he cost more than Jude Bellingham?
To Man City, he would. To Man City, he would.
So you're saying that Jude Bellingham costed like 100 million. So you're saying City would ask for more than that?
They would, because that's what clubs think the players are worth to them. Not that he's worth that, but
he's not.
Yeah, I know, but that's
he's 80 million max, in my opinion.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Our opinions are going to be different to what the clubs say, though, because they're going to think if they get relegated, we'll go back to the Premier League for 1 year. We're going to keep them.
Yeah, and I think even look, a lot of people will say, "Oh, the non-British players will leave." I think that's untrue. I think Gundogan and KDB would stay because they know that it's just a one-season thing that they're in the Championship.
Yeah, I agree.
In fact, I don't see many leaving. If I'm honest with you,
No,
I think the
I don't
only
think.
ones that will leave is the fact that you know what I'm not like the really old ones that like they had their international career on the line, saying you know what, I if I stay, I'm not going to get selected for the national team.
Yeah.
So, what was it like during the international break? How do you think? How do you? I'm losing my words. How did your players get on? Who went on it?
Fulkirk scored, then got injured. So he got like I thought he was gonna take that confidence from scoring a tap in for Germany and then kick it on into the Premier League, but then he got injured. I think it was in a training session. Antonio and Souček scored penalties. Mavropanos won his game. I don't remember what Kudus did, and I think Paquetá did well. But I mean, everyone came off unscathed apart from Fulkirk, pretty much. So that was the main thing for me. Just nobody come off injured. But then Fulkirk, out of all people, got an injury, so he's a doubt for this game as well.
Mike, can you take on hosting duties for 1 second?
Yeah, cool. What do you think? What did you make of the game yesterday, bro? The commentary Tottenham game.
Shit. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear here, but yeah, it's dreadful. I don't like Edge.
Mm.
I really don't. It's it's the thing over and over and over again, and nothing really happens. So
Yeah. Is it a thing of like you guys are playing attacking football, but you don't have clinical attackers, so it kind of doesn't make
the
any sense, does it?
wingers, the
Yeah,
wingers.
wingers. Yeah.
That's why I would love a Yarbowen. I would love a Kudus. Even Somerville.
Yeah. That's what I don't get about my manager because he's not playing the right players and he's not getting the best out of the players that he has. Even though everyone else says that they want our players, he's not getting the best out of them. That's why I'm a little bit angry at my manager. But with your players as well, like sorry,
You
go on.
also got what is name? Carlos Soler.
Yeah,
Soler.
yeah.
I rated him a few years back at Valencia.
Yeah. I think he needs to start for us because that's the midfield we've been crying out for a long time. So that's his player as well. He knows him from Spain. He knows him from Spain. Yeah, Spain national team. So
Just went to
doesn't have
get
any
it.
excuse.
That's all.
Yeah, but yeah, we needed to start Carlos Soler next game as well. But it's just up to like the manager will dig his own metaphorical footballing grave by playing the same players from last season that just kept underperforming this season. In my
I still
opinion,
don't get why you got rid of David Moyes.
no, I do. I do,
mean,
bro.
I mean, he won you your first bit of silverware in over 40
Bro.
years.
Yeah, I know, bro. But this is my thing, yeah? He should have left on a high, bro. Because that season was dreadful to watch. Not just footballing wise, not just style of play, but it was the fact that we were getting battered for the part. We've been getting battered for the past 2 seasons. So he was being defensive on players that cannot defend, whilst we had better attackers, and we weren't scoring goals because we were sitting back all the time. And I don't have anything wrong with sitting back if you have like good defenders or anything, but he wasn't getting the best out of the players that he had, and he had a better squad now. He had a better squad now from when he started, and he did better when he started rather than now. That's my problem with it, because we kept sitting 11 men behind the ball every game, bro. We were giving respect to promotion teams, like, and it was hindering us on so much.
Then why don't you just change up his tactics and let your forwards play rather than playing so conservative and defensive?
He's stubborn. He's stubborn. He's stubborn in his ways, and he won't conform to anyone else.
Stubborn.
But he's ultra stubborn. I've never seen stubbornness like this, though. I know all managers are stubborn, but this guy is ridiculous when it comes to like approaching games.
Stubborn. Big Andy.
But he's a modern manager, though, Maresca. Like this guy isn't. The football's moved past him. The football has moved past David Moyes. So I think if he would never get a job above West Ham again. We're not massive or anything, even though we make a joke about it. But like, he's never going to get a job above West Ham to like go on and compete for Europe season in, season out either.
You know what I see his next job being?
Everton.
No.
What?
I see him replacing Steve Clark as.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's where he's going.
That would be good.
I have a feeling he's holding out for it.
I can see that. To be fair, I think he's even hinted at it in interviews before. To be fair, so I wouldn't be surprised necessarily if he was to get Scotland manager. He loves Scott McTominay. Trying to buy him for us, so he would try Scott McTominay.
Are you happy you didn't sign him?
Yeah. We didn't need him because we got like he's pretty much the same player as Souček for me. Like the guy who scores goals making late runs.
Think about it, Scott. I want to say this very clearly. He's not Scottish. David Moyes is. Scott McTominay is not Scottish. He was born and raised in Manchester.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just like I could go on, like a lot of players who didn't play for the country they were born in. For example, Riyad Mahrez is French. Hakim Ziyech is Dutch.
Yeah.
Ashraf Hakimi is Spanish.
Sterling.
Oh, yeah,
He was born in Jamaica.
Sterling is Jamaican. And Mikel Antonio is English.
Yeah, born in South London.
Yeah. So, are you confident, both of you, going into your next fixtures?
Nope.
No.
No.
You're not confident. I'm not confident.
No, I'm not confident. I'm not confident.
We were playing so shit. You should be confident.
So are we, bro. So are we. We're terrible,
It's
bro.
so predictable. It's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Oh yeah, listen. If it's a draw, I don't think anybody would be surprised watching both teams, bro. Like, I think, but I just think I don't see 3 points for sure. Like, just it's the waste of like possession around mediocre players. Like, for example, when we're meant to be playing like possession-based football, and then we put Thomas Souček in there, and then we for some reason just send it long all the time. It's like having another Allardyce in charge, but like a Spanish Allardyce. This guy's a Spanish Allardyce.
Wow.
That's my thing.
You're saying that about a former Real Madrid manager, by the way.
Yep, I am. But this guy, I watched Allardyce at this club. I remember Allardyce in his last season, he would play possession-based football in his last season until Andy Carroll was fit. And then as soon as Andy Carroll was fit, we're sending it long. But at least it actually worked with Andy Carroll. With Thomas Souček, it doesn't work. Because this guy is...
Souček is not a striker. He's a defensive midfielder.
I know, but he plays him in the number 10. And in the number 10 position, we're meant to be creative. But he plays in the number 10 for us.
I must span my drink out there.
Exactly. That's what this manager's doing to me, Nippon.
Why
I don't know.
It makes sense.
Exactly. Like he was brought in to like get the best out of these players and play on the front foot. What we do now is we pass short, and then all of a sudden we see Suchek there, and we just send it long and waste the ball. Like that is literally what we do.
I shouldn't be laughing because my team are equally as shit. I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's what's been going on. That's why I'm not confident.
That's why I'm also not confident. Because if there's one thing Chelsea need to learn is that they can't be too complacent against a team when their back's against the walls.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we did that against Arsenal back when in Mikel Arteta's first season, when they were like 15th, and we were in the top 4, and they beat us like 3-1. We've only beaten them once since, and I remember that game. Romelu Lukaku and Reece James scored.
Yeah, I remember that.
Second game of the season. You have no idea how. You know what? Derby Day delight is just something different. Like it means more than just a win for me.
Same.
Yeah, because I went into to see my friends that day, and like one of them was an Arsenal fan. He was giving it large a few days ago, saying, Chelsea is so shit. We're gonna beat you." He hid behind the windows when he saw me. Same way, look, someone I know, someone at work I know supports Man United, and he kept saying, Chelsea are shit, Chelsea are shit." This was last season when we beat them at the Bridge, and I was actually there in the crowds. I was there in the crowds when that happened. So basically, it was such an end-to-end game where they were winning until the 80th minute, and then they just threw it all away. Like the following day, I went into work, and I said, and I just did this, the Cole Palmer celebration. He just said, "Shut up, just shut up." He was rattled.
I would be too. The way they lost that game as well. What a way to lose a game.
I mean, imagine losing to Pochettino.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did. We got battered by Pochettino. That was David Moyes for you, though. That's David Moyes.
Well, are you confident going into your next game, Junior?
No. No.
Well, it's best to be cautious because it's the hope that kills you. Yeah, and there's one thing we need to talk about. Even though we won the game, but Anthony Taylor, what was he thinking? 16 yellow cards.
He's a clown. He's a clown. Big clown.
Chelsea fans sing, "Taylor, Taylor, you're a Taylor, Taylor." Have you seen that chant?
Yeah, I've heard that chant.
I actually stood like 10 meters away from him during the international break because he was the VR like ref in the Denmark game. So I saw him like walking there.
Why is he? He shouldn't be allowed anywhere near a football pitch. The only fan base that will disagree with me is Arsenal fans, by the way.
Yeah, of course they will.
Because they want to every time we played each other in a final, Anthony Taylor was a ref. And no one can try gaslighting me into saying that Kovacic was a red card. That was a second yellow for Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I don't know how that was given the other way.
And plus, they were losing. Look, do you remember when Pulisic pulled his hamstring? He
Yeah.
was the clean-through on goal. He was the last. And even if they had, look, he would have buried that shot. Because he's not that good now. But lockdown Pulisic was something else. So he would have buried that shot. I had full confidence in him. And the way I saw so many Arsenal fans, this is another reason why I don't get them, celebrating that injury. But then a lot of them disguise it as, we're going to be a stronger team. Yeah, you can't make excuses like that. You don't celebrate injuries.
No.
I mean, I would never look. I hate Arsenal with all my heart. Even Celtic, because I support Rangers in Scotland. If either a Celtic or an Arsenal player got injured, I would always wish them a speedy recovery, because I'm not that type of guy who celebrates injuries. Oh, speaking of that, Junior, what are your thoughts on some of the Tottenham supporters celebrating Martin Odegaard getting injured?
Did? I
There was
missed it.
Some of your fans were celebrating Odegaard's injury.
But some Spurs fans were like celebrating Timo Werner getting injured yesterday. So
Arsenal fans were doing that.
Spurs fans.
Why? Why? Okay. Why were they celebrating injuries? Why? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know. It's shame. It's
weird
shameless.
behavior. It's weird behavior.
Sorry, I got a call.
Okay, no worries. So so what made you think that who would you have brought in as a replacement for David Moyes?
Well, to be honest, I think we could have. I don't know what even happened with the Amarim situation. I don't even know what broke down in the disagreements. But I think he got really pressured by the Sporting fans to apologise and then for how he dealt with it when he got interviewed by us. But that would have been the dream. That would have been a realistic dream. I think we tried for the Stuttgart manager, but he only just recently signed a new contract, so we couldn't. I think that was our technical director's ideal choice because of the German connection. To be honest, I don't know because it's not my job. But like, I just trusted in Tim Steinen to do it. But I think we went after Lopetegui because everyone else was off.
I mean, I see what they went for. I don't know what he wanted. He must have won like a few. He must have won La Liga. Or...
He was barely there. So I'm not too sure. I don't think he lasted a year.
He must have won something at Real Madrid, so they might have looked at his profile and said, "Oh, he could do okay for us."
Well, Lopetegui really wanted a Premier League job, so I think his agent was probably pushing it a lot more. You know, as soon as he got sacked from Wolves, he wanted a Premier League job to come back.
Oh. I mean, he was the Spain manager too.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Would you
Oh.
not have taken, speaking of Spain managers, would you not have taken Luis Enrique before PSG?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. Of course, I would have taken. Yeah, but I don't know whether he would have come to us
on
though.
our radar too. He was on our radar too.
I
But
don't think he would have come to us.
what, his ego?
No, just I think. Well, yeah, maybe his ego, but I think because we're not the type of stature club that he may be looking for, you know.
Well, Carlo Ancelotti went to Everton, and he's a better manager than Enrique.
Yeah, I don't know why Ancelotti went to Everton, but Ancelotti's different. He obviously thought, okay, I'll go to Everton, but I don't think Enrique's like that.
You don't get managers these days who are humble and who can humble themselves. Carlo Ancelotti is a dying breed.
Yeah, really like Carlo.
Yeah. I'm surprised he never got the Italy job.
Yeah. To be fair, especially in a time where they were struggling, or he could have done something with Italy. Like he could have won more stuff if he was given the time.
Like, for example, you know what I think? I think he would have. Say if they had him if they hired him after sacking Mancini,
Yeah.
and they got Spalletti. Sorry, and they got him instead of Spalletti. I think he would have won the 2022 World Cup with them. I'm not even kidding.
Probably, yeah. No,
and maybe not won it, but they would have gone really far in the competition.
they would have definitely reached quarters at least, because that's the kind of type of manager he is. Like he knows how to go through cups, so he's more than capable of that.
Yeah, and you know who I see replacing Julian Nagelsmann at the Germany job?
Who?
Thomas Tuchel. I mean, think
Yeah,
about
I
it.
can see that.
Replaced him at Bayern Munich. So I see it just going full circle.
Yeah, it could happen. Nagelsmann's doing well though.
Yeah. Well, he got done in the quarters, didn't he?
Yeah, it was the quarters. Yeah, but it was tough. It came up against a very good Spain side.
To be fair, it was to the eventual winners.
Yeah, it was a very good Spain side.
Yeah, but there was more. They were a good side, but they weren't Iniesta or Busquets or Xavi.
Oh yeah, they were a whole new level. That other Spain side, like that was peak Spain.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, because I don't know what happened. The voice. Sorry, not the voice. Yeah, the sound on mine just completely muted itself. Maybe it was Lopetegui and Moyes just hushing us up. Or maybe Arsenal fans for us criticizing Arsenal.
Yeah, trying to hack.
Yeah. Look, they always call out other teams for cheating, but then they're all okay when they do it. It's like it's one rule for them.
That's such an Arsenal fan thing to do.
It's one rule for them and one rule for everyone else.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you know what I find most hypocritical about them? That they go on about other teams. being the celebration police when Arsenal win.
Mm.
They are the biggest celebration police in the
Yeah.
Premier League.
They
we're
celebrate
not allowed
everything
to
that's
celebrate
unimportant.
wins now. We're not allowed to
Yeah.
celebrate wins now.
Mm.
Them and Man United. I'm not going to be unfair and just criticize. Man United are known for being the celebration police as well.
Mm.
Don't know where Junior has gone.
No idea.
Because we're coming up to the hour mark now. If you haven't already, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and yeah, we're on the road to 800 subs. And I'm hoping by the end of the year to reach 1,000, and by next year hopefully be monetized. 1,000 subs is the first aim, monetization is my second aim. I wonder whether Junior will come back.
I don't know.
Anyway, we'll have a bit of a mini preview right now. I'm gonna sort out the main preview after we finish the stream. So, what are your thoughts going into the game? Wait, are you at home? Are you traveling to us, or are you at the Olympic Stadium?
Is that our stadium? Yeah.
Okay,
It's at our
so
stadium.
I've only done 2 away days. Both in London, and one of them was at your ground.
Yeah. It's a terrible ground.
Yeah, I mean, when I was sat with in the away end, I was walking up like 50 flights of stairs before I got to my seat.
I do that now for my own ticket. So
Well, it's not made for a football stadium, if I'm honest.
no, it's not.
It was made for the Olympics, hence the name, the Olympic Stadium.
Yeah, I know. But that's the problem with our owners. We decided to rent it instead of actually buying it and making it into our own thing. We're renting it.
I'm going to be brutally honest. You guys shouldn't have left Upton Park.
I mean, I agree, but that's the thing. We couldn't generate more. We couldn't generate more revenue and get all these players that we would have had now if we didn't
We're
move
also
stadiums.
having a similar problem at the bridge. But the difference is it's much harder to move away from the bridge because the Blueco, the consortium, Clear Lake, don't own Stamford Bridge. It's the Chelsea pitch owners. And unless they manage to convince them, we're not going anywhere. I think the most likely thing that will happen is that we expand the capacity of the current stadium. But this might be wishful thinking, but I think eventually we will move. I think they will eventually see sense, the pitch owners. So we are now coming up to the 50th minute. So who are you playing next, Junior?
Brentford.
Brentford. Oh yeah. That's not going to be an easy game.
I'd say 2-2 draw.
2-2. Right. Well, since we're playing each other, who wants to go first? Will you go first, or do you want me to go first, Mike?
I could go first if you want.
Okay.
Um, I predict a 2-1 Chelsea win. Unfortunately, I see this being the first time that Chelsea win at our ground with a crowd for a very long time. And I don't see us winning this, unfortunately, because I think the manager will get it tactically wrong once again.
I'm going for a 2-2 draw for the same reason, because the manager will mess up.
Mm.
Now I need to. Now let's predict. Let's see all the other fixtures that are happening. Premier League fixtures. Right. So I'm just going to make a prediction document, and then we'll do the fixtures, and then we'll wrap up. So, we've already predicted West Ham versus Chelsea. You went for a 2-1 away win, right?
Yeah.
Junior, what are we saying? West Ham, Chelsea.
1-1.
My prediction might be different tomorrow, but right now I'm going for a Desmond. Aston Villa versus Wolves.
3-0.
Who wants to go first?
3-0 Villa.
Oh, that's a. Do you know what? Wolves haven't been great. Gary O'Neill's under pressure. I think Villa will carry on. I think 2-0 Villa, probably.
What was your prediction, Kitten and Junior?
3-0.
3-2 Villa.
No, 3-0.
Oh, 3-0. And you said 2-0 Villa, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. 2-0.
I'm going 3-2 Villa, but Wolves will score first. Fulham versus Newcastle.
1-1.
Junior.
Same.
I'm gonna make it a hat trick. 1-1. A relegation battle now. Southampton versus Ipswich. It's at
1-0 Ipswich.
Yeah. No, 2-1 Ipswich.
So Junior, you said 2-1 Ipswich, yeah? I'm going 4-3 to Ipswich Town, and Southampton will take the lead 2 times in the game. A proper Barclays scoreline. Right. Tottenham versus Brentford.
2-2.
Wait, 1 second. I need to move room. Yeah. Sorry, what was the scoreline you said? Junior?
2-2.
Right. Mike.
2-1 Tottenham.
I'm going 1-0 Tottenham. And I think both teams will have a disallowed goal by VAR. Leicester City versus Everton.
1-1.
Junior, Leicester City versus Everton.
4-0 to Leicester.
Three 0 Leicester.
4.
Liverpool versus Bournemouth.
2-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, they'll probably bounce back from that shock defeat. Don't worry, we're going to cook Liverpool on tomorrow's show. But this could all be meaningless if they win.
Yeah.
Junior, Liverpool versus Bournemouth.
3-0 to Liverpool.
3 0 Liverpool. Two 1 Liverpool. Bournemouth to score first. Crystal Palace versus Man United.
2-1 Man United.
Yeah, the same. Yeah, the same. 2-1.
Crystal Palace. I'm going for the first upset in this prediction. 2-1 Crystal Palace. Because Man United are known for these type of results.
Yeah.
To lose to teams that no one would expect them to lose to. Brighton versus Nottingham Forest.
2-0 Brighton.
Sorry for copying, but yeah, the same.
Junior. Brighton versus Forest.
Same as mine.
Oh, 2-0 Brighton. I'm going to make this a hat trick. 2-0 Brighton. And now, Man City versus Arsenal. Come on, no, come on, City, come on. We need 115 FC to win tomorrow.
I think it'll be 0-0.
Okay.
Just like last year.
No, Arsenal won last year.
No, at City's ground they didn't.
Yeah, and they celebrated it like they won the World Cup.
Yeah, they'll do the same again.
You just know it. Yeah, they say.
2-2.
You know what they say? Like, you won the Premier League, but at least we took 4 points off you.
Yeah,
Like, what type of mentality is that?
that's an Arsenal mentality.
That's why they don't win fuck all.
Mm.
They haven't won anything since their FA Cup win. They haven't won the league since 2000. I think it was. I think since they won it at your ground, Junior. I don't think they've won the league since then.
No, they haven't.
The irony. They won it at the bottler's ground and they've bottled it every. You couldn't make this up. And then the following season we won the league. Mwah. I love it. Mourinho. And if it wasn't for that penalty, I think it was Arsenal themselves that actually scored that penalty. We were one game away from becoming invincibles. And then not only we would have had an invincible season, we would have had a Premier League, and a Champions League and a Europa. For me, it's always quality over quantity. Arsenal have more trophies than us. I'm not denying that. But we're a more elite club than Arsenal because they have nothing in Europe. Look, even you and Junior have more European trophies in Europe than Arsenal. Let that sink in. Right, Junior, what are we saying? Man City versus 2-2. City. I'm going 3-2 Man City, and there will be an own goal in this game. So the final scores. Well, I'm just going to say our teams because I'll be rambling on forever if I went through all the teams. West Ham versus Chelsea. Mike said 2-1 to Chelsea. Junior said a 1-1 draw, and I said a Desmond. Fulham versus Newcastle. Mike went for a 1-1 draw. Junior went for a 1-1 draw, and I also went for a 1-1 draw. Tottenham versus Brentford. Mike went for a. I got Mike's. I got your score. Mike went for a 2-1 win to Tottenham. Junior went for a 2-2 draw. And I went for a 1-0 Tottenham win. And Crystal Palace. Mike went for a 2-1 Man United win. Junior went for a 2-1 Man United win, and I went for a 2-1 Crystal Palace win.
That's all our teams do.
That's all our team's done. And I actually got your scoreline mixed up with Junior's scoreline. I'm just going to correct that now. So, before we wrap up, Junior, where can people find you?
I don't really do socials anymore. I kind of quit YouTube and focusing on my personal life. But I'll be around different spell chats and stuff. So
put in the private, put it in the group in the comment section, and then we can get, and then people can subscribe. And Mike, where can people find you?
GVO Mike's on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and most importantly, YouTube.
Everyone go subscribe.
They were actually the one who invited me today.
Sorry. Everyone go subscribe to Mike's and Junior. And you can find me on all those socials below. You can also find me as an occasional caller on Football Carnage TV, run by the Big Six's very own Grizz Khan. And you can also find me as a semi-regular panelist on Worldwide Chels. Big up Sadiq. If you haven't already subscribed to his channel, go and do so. He's a really nice guy. And yeah, if tomorrow I shall be back with the SW6 cast, where we will be previewing the Chelsea versus West Ham game. And tomorrow night at around 10 p.m, we will also be going live for the Sixth Sense, where I will be joined by Lottie from Vic Akers Wonderland podcast, Ellie from, I think she's on Spurs Die Hard TV. Yeah, I think that's it. Vater from Vater Games, hopefully, and Arrest from Arrest Talks Football. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, with that being said, I shall see you all in the next video. Laters.